I was setting up all of my cameras to record this video, and I haven't done any videos to where I've used more than one camera at a time for more than maybe 2 or 3 months. It's been quite a while. But I was setting these cameras up and I didn't realize how complicated it can be when you've got all these different angles. You have a lot of parts of the video you don't want to record, or things you don't want in the shot of the recording. You've got certain focal points or things in focus. Like in this part of the clip where you see the ink. I wanted to focus on the ink and make the background kind of blurred to give it kind of a different theme. But setting up all these different cameras was a little bit complicated. I have actually thought about getting another camera, like my camcorder, and using that, but I do have my little action camera, but that one is a wide angle lens and I can't really get in to see just the drawing. It makes it where I see the entire room when I record in time lapse. But it seems so simple when you go to set it up. Just turn the cameras on and you're good to go. But the difficult part comes when I import all of this into my video editor. I have to organize these files by what camera it came from. I have to organize that on the timeline and then edit all of that together. Make sure the coloring's okay, make sure the video's okay, the quality's okay, and then organize that on the timeline and edit all of that together. It gets to be more complicated than it seems when you haven't done it for a while. But as you can see here, I'm drawing a trash can. I just looked out my window, I saw a trash can, and that's just what I ended up drawing. And it looks like there's a part where there's like a ladder going down into the road. And I'm just doing a bunch of hatching marks all over the place. And as you can see here, I've got 5 different kinds of ink. The first bottle that's small is the same as the very back bottle that's tall. And the tall bottle that has a white cap is the Rotring ink that I use for my Isograph pens. And the little bottle in the front is the same type of ink as that, but it's a much cheaper brand. And I probably have, I don't know, maybe 40 or 80 of them. I don't remember. I'll have to go look in my little drawer of all my art supplies and see. But I have a lot of that ink, so it's going to last me quite a while. So I've got a lot of drawings to do with it. But as you can see here in the video, I'm just doing a bunch of hatch marks all over the place to fill in the road. I thought about putting this where the stripes are going down the center of the road. This separates the lanes, but I decided, no, I'm going to put this where the road is because the asphalt is a darker color. And then it gives better contrast with what looks like clouds around it. And yeah, it's kind of a strange doodle. And I just made something random, I guess. But I was recording this with my 50mm lens that I have for my camera. It's really good for low light, and my phone actually does better, far better in low light than my camcorder does, and far better than my action camera. But I would say, as far as ease of recording, the easiest would be using my phone. Second easiest would be probably my camcorder. But then third would be my action camera, and the most complicated would be setting up my DSLR. And that's just because I want to get things in focus or a certain angle or give it kind of a artistic theme to it. And there's a lot more settings in it than there is my camcorder. Although the camcorder can be more complicated than all of them. If I'm doing a live stream because I've got to set all that up and make sure it's all working. And so yeah, my phone is the most convenient, and DSLR can be the most complicated. But I mean, it's all actually pretty easy. It's just when you're doing all of them at the same time, trying to get everything set up. And then I import it into the video editor, and I'm confused of which video is what, and so then I actually organize them by color, and then I can figure out what video goes for what, or even separate them on the timeline. Like I'll have 3 different rows for the 3 different videos, and I'll put that on there. But I was doing this drawing with the 0.35 Rotring Isograph, and I had been using the Staedtler Marsmatic 0.35, but I switched back to using the Rotring just to compare them. And the Rotring Isograph, it feels scratchier for some reason than the Staedtler Marsmatic. I'm not sure why that is. I'll keep switching back and forth, drawing with them, and we'll find out. And I'll let you know more updates about that. But I woke up this morning and there was snow everywhere. And it snowed last night while I was sleeping, and it got a bit colder today. So right now I'm actually wearing 3 layers of clothes, really thick socks, and I have boots on. So if I go out anywhere, I don't really have to change in anything. I just have this on and I just go. But as of right now, it's in the afternoon, and I've got some more drawings that I'll be working on today that I want to do with the Rotring Isograph and the Staedtler, and this is in the Fabriano sketchbook. And I did do a drawing earlier with a different technical pen, and it was one of the Accurate technical pens. That's spelled ACURIT. It's like a really cheap brand of a disposable technical pen, and I did some drawing with that, and everything came out pretty good. It's just that I can't put down as much ink, because when I use a Rotring Isograph or the Staedtler, I can just kind of scribble and it fills things in. But I'm hesitant to do that with these pens, these disposable ones, because they don't have as much ink, and it's going to cost a lot more in the long run doing that, and it just takes a lot longer to fill in areas. Whereas with the Isograph pens, I think just really pours onto the paper, and so then I'm able to fill in areas a lot more. And I'm wanting to do more drawings that are 3-dimensional, that have more than just line art, to where there's a lot more darker areas in the drawing. There's more contrast to just make it look different than the drawings I used to be doing a year or 2 ago. And I would say at the moment that the Isograph pens are my favorite, and sometimes it might take me a lot longer to draw with these, but the end result is a lot more detail, and I like the detail that I get with them. And even if I'm spending more time in the drawing, so yeah, in the moment I'm enjoying the drawing more, and then I end up enjoying the result of it a lot more, which doesn't remind me that I was thinking about this other day, and I was planning on making a video on it, talking about being worried about the end result of your drawing too much, to where you're not really focused on the present moment and working the drawing to just have fun and to make it look good. Because if you're just worried about the end result, you're not going to really focus on what you're doing. You're not going to be focused on the lines that you're making, and you're going to end up with crooked lines and things that they're not as detailed as what you intended them to be. And so then your final result ends up not being what you expected. And in this drawing, I don't know what is in the background. I guess from a distance it looks like it could be a rainbow, but it's just a trash can sitting at the side of the road with a bunch of random strange things around it. I really have no idea, but it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and do more doodles. Check out the links below if you want to buy any prints. Give us a like and share it with anyone else. And don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Later.